Another wildly inaccurate story, I would say. It's news to me, so there's no truth as far as I'm aware.
So he's not going to be training with the club soon, there's been no contact, anything like that?
You know things that I'm blissfully unaware of, if I'm honest with you.
Thank you for clearing that up. What about this game against Hibernian? What's your thoughts on that?
It's another game. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way at all. It's another 3 points for us, and it has to be that way, one game at a time. So we're very aware of their form, of their belief. They'll have good momentum behind them. They've had, as I say, a very good record over the last 6 to 7 weeks. But so have we. We've played 11, won 11, and we're looking forward to the challenge. We'll be very well prepared. We've trained well this week, and the boys are up for it. So we're very much looking forward to Sunday.
If you win, you go 11 points clear of them. How dominant a lead would that be?
But come 5 o'clock Sunday, we're going to be 5, 8, 11 points ahead of Hibs. That's the situation. That's a simple fact. So from our point of view, of course 11 points ahead is a dominant performance, but we're only a third of the way through the season. There'll still be 72 points to play for after Sunday. That's a lot of points. So we've had a good start. We're happy with that, but it's early days still as far as we're concerned.
Looking back at last season, though, Hearts, I think on 22nd of November were 9 points ahead. They were 12 points ahead on the 23rd of December. And they didn't look back, so would that put you in a commanding position, a win this weekend?
I'd be lying to say it wasn't a very strong position, absolutely. 11 points clear is a great statement, a third of the way through the season. And we've delivered a level of consistency in terms of quality as well. So that would be a great position to be in. It's a big game, as I say. Let's see where we are come Sunday afternoon.
Is this a different game? Do you approach it in any way because you're going to Easter Road, maybe a bigger, different venue than what you're used to in the Championship, etc., and away games? Do you approach it differently in any way?
So our preparation is exactly the same. You know, the pre-match meals are exactly the same. Our timekeeping is exactly the same. Everything will get the boys into a routine that has been working very well so far. So no, not at all. I don't mean disrespect in any way. It's just another game, and it has to be that way. I'm sure the media will build up the game, and I'm sure Hibs will be very keen to quite rightly say it's an important game, absolutely. But from our perspective, be best prepared, deliver a level of performance, and hopefully get the right rewards.
Since the last meeting in August between the teams, what have you learned about your team, and what have you learned about Hibernian in terms of the way both teams have progressed?
Our team, we work with them every day. You learn about the players, you learn what makes them tick, how they respond to certain aspects of training. We've learned about our timetables, what's the best suits the players in terms of preparation and their loading. We always learn about our players. You know, we watch the Hibs games, naturally, we do what we do, that's our job, but our focus will always be Rangers. So again, very respectfully, we watch it, but no more than a token glance, and our focus has to be our football club.
Are both teams better than when they last met in August?
They're bedded in. There's no doubt new players are both squads. You've had time to work them and bed them into the systems of play. So there's no doubt the quality will be better. But both teams will be fitter and stronger, absolutely. 12 games or 11 games into the season, that's natural. But I'm sure both teams are ready for the challenge, and it'll be a good game on Sunday.
Mark, how would you describe Rangers' form right now? We obviously watched the 1-0 victory at St Mirren last week, where the team really seemed to have to grind it out.
No, I think what we have to accept is the teams that aren't going to roll over and play Rangers' way. You know, we saw early on in the first 4 or 5 games of the season, if teams open up, we have some very good players that can hurt them. So teams aren't going to come here and play Rangers' way. They're going to put 9-10 men behind the ball. They may have physicality, in which case a set piece is positive for them. They can counter and try and break quickly, because we may well leave 2-on-2 at the back. But as players, we have to take responsibility. You know, people said next door, you've only won by 1 or 2. You know, you won't win games 4 or 5 every week, far from it. But we prepared well. We've shown we can win games in different styles. We can win very comfortably. We can win in the last minute. You saw the unity of the team together. I think it shows that we can win in a variety of styles.
I see one bookmaker today suggesting odds of 20-1 for Rangers to go through the league season in a perfect way, winning every single game. What's your view of that?
I wouldn't even contemplate the idea. From our point of view, it's one game at a time. You can't talk to players about one game at a time and then talk about the perfect season. Our only focus now is Sunday. Simple as that. Come 5 o'clock Sunday, we go on to the next game. And that's how it'll always be for us. It's the same 3 points, whether you play top or bottom. It's the same 3 points. What we have to do is make sure we are always best prepared. If we do that, we'll be in a good place.
Dave King's been in Glasgow this week. Did you get a chance to meet up with him?
Yes, I had a good meeting. We've had great support. Every player that we've gone for, we managed to get on board early in the season. The communication lines are really good, and we talk every day. And again, that's really important to us to make sure that the owners, the powers that be, know what we think of the squad, where we think it's at, where we might be vulnerable, the what-if scenarios come January. And if we can put forward options as well, they know where we stand, and likewise we get the feedback as to what we can and can't afford, what type of player we're looking for, what will add value to the squad on and off the field. So all of these questions As long as the communication lines are very clear, then we'll be in a good place.
Saw some comments from yourself, Mark, saying that any signings you do make will be of Premiership quality. How far down the line with that process are you at the moment?
We're way down the line. We're looking at various players. I think that's a slightly misquoted. I think if you look at our playing squad now, I would ask who's not Premier League quality. Again, you look at the performance of the squad. They're in good shape. They've earned the position they're in right now. So anyone we add is going to be of, we hope, Premier League standard. Whether it's to boost us for the second half of this season or to bed in for the following season. But whatever we do, it won't change the type of player, the quality of player that we're seeking.
You're still looking at maybe 5 or 6 players in January, isn't it?
No, not at all. Far from it. We're looking at 1, maximum 2 players in January. We have a good dressing room. They are where they are in the league because they deserve to be there. I think it'd be almost disrespectful to your playing squad to go and get 5 or 6 players in. So the unity and the harmony of a dressing room is vitally important. You saw that again with the late goal, the late 2-1 victory. You saw the celebration together. So you can't talk about working together on a daily basis and then talk about bringing 5 or 6 players. I think at the moment you do that, you lose all harmony within your ranks.
Would pre-contracts be a route that you'd think about in January?
We look at whatever contracts are best for the Rangers Football Club. So whether they're Bosmans, whatever they are, they'll be the best for Rangers Football Club.
Dave King said previously that he felt the team needed 5 or 6 players to go and challenge Celtic next season. He was talking about maybe 1 or 2 for January. Does that mean you expect to do the majority of the business in the summer?
I think you're always busy in May, June, July. That goes without saying. That's the major time. Why? Because you have the 8 weeks of pre-season to bed in new players. So January, the season's up and running. You know, if you bring in 5, 6, 7 players in January, I think that's a huge risk. You know, if you're bottom third of the table and you've had some poor performances and your side are struggling and you're losing 3 or 4 players, then go ahead with that proposal. But I think right now that's a very dangerous proposition. So 1 or 2 in January and then do the major surgery, 4 or 5 more in the summer period.
Go back to Hibs. Their form has been fairly consistent in the last 2-3 months. Does that pressure that they put on you, is that good for your side, the fact that they're week after week sort of picking up victories as you are?
I think exactly the same. They're doing what we're doing. You know, the fact is we paid 11, won 11. That's not an arrogant way, but everyone's telling me, do I fear Hibs? Am I worried about Hibs? We're looking forward to the game. We're very respectful, as I say, of the momentum they've gained and their performance over the last 6 or 7 weeks. But Rangers are unbeaten. They played 11, won 11, and we're in good shape. We're confident, and we're looking forward to the game.
Mark, is there any developments in Guy?
Sorry?
Any developments in
No, they won't take it any further.
Did Kenny Miller train today?
Kenny, he's on the bites today, so he had a slight problem in the week. He'll be fine for the weekend.
Just to mention of Ronnie Dyler said in his press conference today that he was talking about the criticism Celtic get if they lose games, saying it's straight away if they lose 1 game, but if you compare it to Rangers, they go out of a cup and there's not so much criticism compared. Do you sense that?
No, I think David Weir warned me a long time ago that Rangers are expected to win every game they go into. That's the nature of the beast, so to speak. So I'm sure the fans, the support we get, you know, it's not cheap. It's not cheap following your team. They expect good performances. Our job here as a football department is to deliver those performances. If we have a bad performance and we don't get the right result, you expect criticism. That's part and parcel of the job. But I hope very much that they will never see a player give less than 100% effort and commitment.
Do you feel that criticism when Rangers do lose a game?
No, I think we've seen that we've been down. We've been 1-0 down at home at half time, and the reaction from the fans was first class. It was tremendous because I think we said to the players, everyone, whatever job you're in, there'll be days it goes wrong. You can't drop a bag of cement. That's just the nature of the game. But if you show 100% effort and commitment, I'm sure the fans will accept that, and that's really important to us. So, you know, never not make the run. You can control the run. You can control the tackle. You can't control weather. Can't control referees. But there's certain control the controllable, so to speak. If we can do that and show the fans that we're totally committed, we'll be in a good place.
Team news apart from Kenny?
No, we're in good shape. We're in good shape, and squad's trained well today. Lighter tomorrow. We travel to Edinburgh tomorrow, and we're looking forward to it.
Is Nathan raring to go? Obviously, just missed out with his fitness test.
Yeah, if you've seen him this morning, yes, he's more than raring to go. So yeah, we'll try and contain Nathan between now and 12:30 on Sunday.
How's Cammy been after these surgeries?
Yeah, he's on a recovery, he's on a rehab program, so he's he's a few weeks away, but he's in a good place. Hopefully, he's making progress. He's hitting his short-term targets, and he'll be fine.